Welcome to Luvnest's 18th challenger. This is getting ridiculous at this point. Luvnest versus Kamfrenchie. Luvnest playing as Oster in the north of Angoville. People with a keen eye may notice that a map has been skipped. That is because Bystraya Voda has been removed from the map pool because I didn't really like it that much, and I don't think any of my players liked it that much either, so no more Bystraya Voda in the tournament. But Eindhoven country will remain in the rotation. So we have skipped Bystraya Voda, and we are back to Angoville. We're going to see Kamfrenchie throwing some barbed wire here in the south by the house. And a 2 conscript opening heading hard right here at the beginning, and Luvnest looks like he's going to throw a little barbed wire down right here before moving towards the cutoff with his pyos, and he will see all of this barbed wire right here, I think.
You found something? We have a fresh grenadier squad.
And rotate down the road, apparently. I think he might actually be trying to grab the house. And it looks like he's going to make it there. One squad of conscripts going right and the other going left. Pyos are walking all the way around the barbed wire into the building, and they will secure the building. So Luvnest gets building control right here. Those combat engineers will have to walk away from the cutoff ever so slightly to avoid taking too much damage from the Pyos in that building as they take control of the sector. One squad of grenadiers heading right to take territory over here, and the other squad of grenadiers moving left to get control of the fuel. These conscripts will have control of this fuel point quite soon. A little bit before those grenadiers, so they're both going to have pretty much equal map control here at the beginning of the game. Pyos leave the house, start decapping the cutoff while grenadiers move to retake control of the building, and a third squad of conscripts is on the field now, making its way right to assist in this engagement. The right side fuel will be cut off while the left side fuel is going to soon be connected to Luvnest base, but this squad of conscripts is moving to do a cutoff maneuver right there, so looking like it's going to be a pretty low fuel game here initially. Molotov research has been completed for these conscripts, currently tossing one into this shed force these Pyos out, taking heavy damage, brought to about half health. No losses yet though. Pyos can't stick around in this engagement forever. Falling low quite quickly. Although I'm not sure why those conscripts are hiding behind the shed like that. These Pyos are actually doing a lot better than this engagement than they should be. There's the retreat finally. This squad down to 3 men remaining, and this one, I guess, waiting for the Molotovs to come off cooldown or something. There's the cutoff maneuver by Kamfrenchie's conscripts on the left, so neither player has access to a fuel point yet. Squad of conscripts will be forced to retreat from grenadiers on the flank, and a Molotov into the building will briefly convince those grenadiers to reposition out of it. This squad of conscripts making its way right to take control of the strategic point over here in the north, or possibly building control in this general area. Jumping into the yellow building right there. Grenadiers will continue to camp green cover for now, content to keep this point decapped, while this squad of grenadiers freshly on the field is going to get the left side fuel recaptured. Conscripts moving behind an MG42 over here on the right side. This squad of conscripts looks like maybe it's going to be throwing a Molotov over the hedge soon. And that combat engineer squad will get wiped if it doesn't retreat soon. Late retreat. And no miracle escape. Over here on the left side, conscripts are engaging against this grenadier squad. Should be able to force a retreat and maybe get some territory under control over here on the left. This squad leaves the building and moves to take the left side cutoff once again. I think these conscripts will win this. Another squad arrives to support, and the grenadiers will retreat. Cutoff has been retaken, but Luvnest is taking control of everything on the right side with his MG42 and grenadiers. And no lucky escape for that grenadier squad, so Kamfrenchie actually will successfully trade for the loss of his combat engineers and take what appears to be full control of the left side Luvnest loses one of his initial Grens and is fielding himself a sniper now. So manpower pretty even thus far. Probably Kamfrenchie a little bit behind, although he has wiped a more expensive squad than Luvnest has. And this is going to be a huge manpower setback, so I'm curious to see how that's going to work out. No commander selections from either player, by the way. We've got Guard, Motor, Guard Rifle, Combined Arms, and Lend-Lease against Luvnest's Spearhead, Mechanized Assault, and Mobile Defense. So he has thrown Mechanized Assault on for this map, as well as Spearhead and Mobile Defense, which he always seems to keep in his loadout for whatever reason. I guess it just likes having the option of an emergency Puma or command tank or something, or Ostrupen, I don't know. But he doesn't tend to use it unless... He has used it against Red Wings on Minsk Pocket. I think that might be the only game he used it, though, that I can remember. Flare going down right here. Cutoff has been taken. Left side fuel being captured as well. We'll get some Soviet fuel coming in. Victory point is next. Luvnest up for victory points by a pretty significant margin. 6 minutes into the game with a 50 victory point lead. Sniper is trying to kite conscripts to death a little bit. There will leave his vision. Grenadiers taking up a position inside of this building, and this squad of conscripts is moving to attempt to flank that sniper, but Grenadiers will spot the flank attempt coming. Here comes the Ura to try and catch that sniper, going in towards it, very close range. Sniper will continue to kite through cover. That volley was pretty much completely off target. Molotov toss into the building does minor damage to those Grenadiers. They have to retreat, and that conscript squad will not succeed in killing that sniper. Not even close. And they'll be forced to retreat. This squad also needs to get out of his line of sight. He's up to 6 kills already. He just hit the field, and he's already almost caught up to where he needs to be.
We're dying here!
Good thing the Grenadier hit that flare and not the sniper. That could have been bad.
Ready for battle. We have resistance.
Conscripts will retreat from the left side. Sniper standing in the open field right there, and Luvnest has control of almost the entire battlefield currently, and there's still no commander selections from either player.
Capture complete. You need something demolished?
3 squads heading right.
Are capturing our supplies.
Combat engineers hovering behind the shed a little, apparently. One will stop by the victory point to get that back, and a mortar has been fielded here from tier 2. Conscripts will ooh straight towards that sniper, which is firing on conscripts from max range. They'll have a little difficulty closing the distance. It's not that much cover for him to hide behind. He's going to jump inside the house. Conscripts will hide behind this building to prevent him from firing. Grenadiers jumping inside this building. This squad of Grenadiers camping the cutoff house will finally be forced to retreat by mortar fire. There they go. Molotov into the yellow house to force those Grens out. And mortar fire falling here as well. One Grenadier dies to the Molotov cocktail, and the sniper is going to circle around looking for a target over here on the fuel point, I guess. Conscripts will be forced to retreat soon. Might even go down to the LMG. There he goes.
All of our troops have been lost.
Combat engineers taking control of a little territory over here on the right side. Get the cutoff back under control. Secure the building. Conscripts moving up into green cover right there. This conscript squad sprinting straight towards the sniper over there in the north. Bio's taking control of the left side strategic point. And Luvnest will secure almost the entire map. Kamfrenchie seems to be struggling to make this 4 conscript opening work. Can't seem to get any territory under his control at all. Couple squads here in the base. He has purchased healing and Molotovs, trying to get that going here. That squad will be forced to retreat. The sniper is up to 11 kills now, catching up quite quickly to where he needs to be. And there's actually not that much pressure on that sniper to perform this game since most of the map is in Luvnest's control. We're gonna see one squad of conscripts heading left. Might consider trying to push away that lone minesweeper. This squad's just gonna oorah straight for the cutoff. There is one squad of LMG grenadiers in this area, which will get spotted by the combat engineers in the building. Over here on the right side, the sniper is engaging against the mortar with LMG grenadier support. That squad is falling quite low to these conscripts though, which will move to engage against that sniper. They have, wow, they have a really good range on it. That volley brought it extremely low. Turns to fire the incendiary round. Oh, that mortar could have been catastrophic. Sniper's going to retreat. There are two squads of conscripts that might be able to snipe it on its retreat path. If he oorahs into the retreat path quickly enough, it looks like he's going to make an attempt here. Conscripts will locate the sniper. Come on, conscripts. No, they got suppressed by the machine gun in the building. Oorahing up with this squad. Oh, that sniper gets away. Gets away by the slimmest of hairs.
Grenadiers reinforced! The enemy has taken our supply sector. Guards troops ready for action.
Heading over here to the right side, conscripts are taking control of the fuel point.
Mortar ready for orders. Engineer standing by.
Watch out! We are ready to go, comrades. MG squad
Mortar
awaiting
taking
orders.
shots at the machine gun inside the building, and a guard squad has been fielded. It's going to start heading left. Kamfrenchie will choose guard rifle combined arms tactics, which I don't anticipate working all that well since he's already quite behind. His guards might be able to give him a brief period where he takes a little more map control, but it'll be extremely short since the Panzer IV is already on its way.
Are now available. Tanks now have defensive smoke capabilities. Reconnaissance Stuka. The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Where do you need us?
Enemy
Grenade into the
forces
building.
capturing supply sector.
Be brave, comrades!
Guards jumping into this house have already taken huge damage from mortar fire, and I think are going to get wiped on retreat already by LMG Grenadiers on the flank right here. Red cover, and there's the snipe. Guards wiped already. Horrible first engagement for that squad. They do drop some of their weapons. The Panzer IV hasn't even had to engage yet. It's upgrading with a top mount machine gun now. There's another wipe of the Panzer IV. Maxim stands no chance. Mortar will be forced to retreat, and Luvnest will take back full control of the map. AT grenades have not been researched, and a field gun is in progress, but until it arrives, there is nothing Kamfrenchie can do to defend himself against this tank.
No one said there'd be tanks.
Our headquarters is taking enemy fire.
That's pretty much going to conclude this game. There will not be any hope of recovery for Kamfrenchie. It looks like the victory points are going to end at 491 for Luvnest. So Kamfrenchie is going to have to pull off some sort of miracle game where he wins with more than 491 victory points in Game 2 if he's going to stand any chance in this series. Otherwise, Luvnest will have knocked down his 18th challenger. Well, assuming he wins the ace game, of course. Should one occur.
Sweep for enemy mines. Panzer IV.
I don't want to jump to any conclusions.
Panzer here.
Incendiary round forces that retreat easily enough. Maxim trying to make its way to the left. Mortar support to put pressure on the Grenadiers right there. Panzer IV is about to be fully repaired. Once it is, we'll be able to move to re-engage against Kamfrenchie has fielded, which is currently 3 conscript squads and some Team 11's combat engineers, which is not much. The Panzer IV on the field. Not to mention the mortar half-track is proving pretty useful against this Soviet Tier 2.
The enemy is taking our territory. The enemy has broken our supply lines. The enemy has driven a wedge in our lines.
Kamfrenchie briefly getting some territory back over here on the left side. The Panzer IV will go in on a very deep flank to circle strafe the AT gun to death while it's largely unsupported. He may be gambling a little bit here in this engagement on the threat of AT grenades, which are apparently he can't afford any more than one. He doesn't even have the munitions for that. Panzer IV will continue to circle strafe the field gun to death right here. Mortar half-track is also moving up to apply pressure from a distance. Continues circling. Field gun will be cleared very soon. Incendiary mortar is off target, unfortunately. AT gun trying to get back into the base where it will be able to take shots at the field guns, or at the Panzer IV safely. Reinforcing will be able to out-reinforce the damage from those LMG Grenadiers, but the entire map is falling back into Luvnest control here in the north. Fresh squad of guards has been fielded. Panzer IV will pull back for some repairs to the engine, and I think Luvnest is going to try to make it to Tiger from this point rather than field any further Tier 3 units, just in case his opponent is guard motor coordination and has the fuel for T-34-85s, but neither of those things is true. He is not guard motor, and even if he were, he's only at 145 fuel. With a Tier 2 only build, T-34s would not be possible this game.
Pioneer squad!
We are losing a sector. Listen to me if you want to live. The territory is out of contact.
Field gun will fire on the mortar half-track right there.
Half-track ready.
Half-track will get to safety. Guards forced to retreat and reinforce here in the base. Clock is ticking against Kamfrenchie again.
Half-track awaiting orders.
Incendiary mortar slightly off target, doesn't really hit anything. LMG Grenadiers pushing away a mortar and a field gun. Wow, the sniper has 40 kills. Haven't been checking his kill counter in a while, but Luvnest has definitely gotten a return on that investment.
Germany now holds the victory point.
Soviet forces are engaging us!
Fragmentation bombing can begin at any time. Standing by. Reconnaissance flight set. Our opponents are
Panzer IV
seizing
pushes
a
that
sector.
squad of conscripts back into the base. Mortar bombarding these squads. Vet 2 sniper making its way right to assist. Will be Vet 3 soon. MG bunker right there will shut down this push by these guards. And it looks like Kamfrenchie will get pushed back into his base by the incendiary mortar right there.
We have a full squad.
Receiving mortar fire!
Victory points running out for Kamfrenchie, who doesn't seem to have any way to turn this game back in his favor. He's gone double field gun at this point to protect against further armor from Luvnest, which will probably hit the field very soon. He's floating 1,000 manpower and 300 fuel at this point, because engagements have been going so incredibly well for him. Just spent a ton of manpower on something. I don't know what he spent it on though. I guess couldn't have just been reinforcement. All of his manpower just went somewhere. Either way, he will have access to the Tiger very soon, probably after this engagement.
The sector has been cut off. Awaiting order.
Awaiting order!
More skillful.
MG42 will be forced to retreat here. These field guns move up to fire on the Panzer IV. It's going to be forced to pull back at half health. Should get to safety. MG42 looks like it should also get safety. A brief glimmer of hope here for Kamfrenchie as Luvnest is pushed back, but here comes the Tiger to probably shut that glimmer of hope back down. Reveals itself to these conscripts.
Under attack.
And we'll probably attempt to circle strafe these AT guns to death. That one went down super quick. Panzer IV is not going to move to re-engage. Tiger will simply snipe the field gun to death with LMG Grenadier support from the flank. Everything killed or forced back into the base. And if it wasn't GG already, it's definitely GG now.
UKW has released the Tiger for our use.
There it is. Kamfrenchie will surrender. Well played, Luvnest. 491 victory points as we make our way into game 2.